Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Batman and the Outsiders, issue number 7. Damn good book, brah. Let's talk about 5 things about this comic book after we talk about who made the book. So, we have got Call Me Ishmael. Brian Hill is the writer. Cian Tormey, I think that's how you say his name. On art, Adriano Lucas on colors, Clayton Cowles on letters, John Boy Myers on the cover, and Chris Burnham and Nathan Fairbairn doing the variant cover. Batman was created by Bill Finger. Nobody else matters. Let's talk about number 1 on this list. That is, Batman can make someone sane? I'm sorry, when did that happen? Oh wait, that's right, Dick Grayson. There's a mention here that, by Black Lightning, who has a very real understanding of who Batman is, but not an insider's view, which means he hasn't been potentially brainwashed, right? It's one thing to ask Batman's family, are you okay? Is everything okay? But you go and you ask a kid who was, not only a kid who's been abused by his father, but a kid who was just beaten by his father. Are you okay? Do you want to stay with your father? He's still going to say, yeah, it's called Stockholm Syndrome. Okay, so asking the family is not a final determination of, is Batman a good parent? No, rather, looking at the effects of these kids. Just look at Orphan, man. Just look at Orphan. Anyway, so he has a very realistic, question. Can Batman make someone sane? Yeah. I don't know that Dick Grayson was insane, but Dick Grayson is actually well dispositioned in his life. He's got a great emotional quotient. He's smart. There's a lot going on for him. He understands and he's at peace with the idea that he has pretty much the exact same origin story as Batman, but Batman went crazy. But Batman helped Dick to get through it. So interesting juxtaposition there, and I like the idea that it's being explored. It's just a question, but it's a question that I can bring some more light to. I think most of us can bring a little more light to. Go figure. Anyway, let's talk about number 2 on this list, and that is, there are various levels to trust of Batman. Everybody in this book could be on the same page. Oh yeah, we got to report back to Batman. Oh yeah, we got to report back. Oh, we got to do this with Batman. Batman said we got to do this. So Batman said jump. We need to ask him how high. I'm saying? No. You've got people who will do that. And you've got people who won't on this team. And I love that. It is called Batman and the Outsiders. But the real focus is on the Outsiders. Screw Batman. Realistically, Batman is just the question in this. The question is constantly being asked, I should say. There's actually a DC character named The Question. So it's always like, do we trust Batman? How much do we trust Batman? We need to do what Batman says. Do we really need to do what Batman said? And I love that. I love that about this book. As the centric, non-committal parent, that Batman is in this particular book, I love the various degrees of trust that everybody has in regards to him. Let's talk about number 3 on this list, and that is, objects in the mirror may appear closer than they are. Okay, that was a really cool song by Meatloaf, and, rear view mirror, it never said that in the rear view mirror. It said that in the side mirrors, I believe. I don't remember it saying that in the rear view mirrors. But anyway, that was a really great moment. That was awesome to see that one little panel, that one little bit of art. That was beautiful, especially since it involves Orphan. That was sick. It's like, oh yeah, you about to get a kick to the face, boot to the head, and you're not going to like it. So my number 4 on this list, and that is that the Signal has apparently been changed. Is he going to start using Dark Force powers instead of his light powers? I don't know. A bunch of people who don't like the Signal. They liked him better as just plain old Duke Thomas. Why'd you give him powers? Well, they had to make the character more interesting somehow. And this was, in my opinion, this was a really good way to do it. I liked that. Some people didn't like the name. Signal, such a dumb name. Really? Bat Signal? That's not a cool name? I thought it was a cool name. Whatever. I like the character. I like everything they've been doing with the character. And I like the idea that he's being changed. So I like the idea that he's being changed so soon. Not really. And I'm hoping that it doesn't necessarily stick. But if it did, it would cause a different outfit change. It would change his personality. It would make him more Batman-esque. It would basically be like mixing Batman with the darkness. And I don't think anybody's got a problem with that. Let's finally talk about the number 5 on this list, and that is the cover. Now, Batman's Detective Comics issue number 1015 just came out this week, and I said that was the best of these flip covers, right? Or something inside, something outside, something inside different than the outside. That was, But the problem is I also said so far. In this particular case, nah, man. I think we might have a contender. Look at this. Yeah, he's going to control the signal. Ra's al Ghul is going to control the signal. How is he actually going to control the signal? He's going to control everybody by controlling Batman, the one that they all look up to, the one that they all follow. I love this cover. I love when you could do something that there's an innuendo, there's an insinuation, more specifically. I love that. Boom. That is really cool. That is a freaking ingenious cover. Freaking kudos on that. Anyway, guy, and you gotta, that's the thing, you gotta be able to understand the comic book. You gotta know what's been happening in the comic book to really appreciate that. That's pretty bad. That might beat Detective 115, which also came out this week. It might, maybe. I'm gonna put them on equal turf for right now. Damn good. All right, guys, that's it for me. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.